stay, you can see what's going to happen on stage this morning. So yes, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Spread Organic Agriculture of the Philippines for inviting me here. It's been a while since I last gave a public workshop like this because I'm more focused on other things. Like for one, preparing for the opening of my restaurant, which is going to be very soon before the year ends. And so this is really a great, giving workshops like this always is very inspiring for me to hear stories of all those people who have healed through the benefits of vegetables, of having a plant-based diet, especially raw food. Yes, my name is Asha Perry, and I run a company called Dahon Kusina and also Leaf Kitchen. So what is Dahon Kusina all about? Well, it started like this. I wasn't always a raw food chef. I used to be a preschool teacher for 15 years. I worked in several different schools and until I set up my own preschool, because in all the schools that I worked in, I felt that there wasn't so much value in educating children about movement, two things, movement and also about health and nutrition. And so when I set up my school, it had a very strong nutrition program. We would serve the kids all the different kinds of vegetables that you'll be seeing today. And later we'll be making a green smoothie, that's what you called it. And this is something that they drink every day. So I really sincerely believe in educating the young children, most especially in eating healthy, and that's something that they don't easily have ready access to amidst all the advertising on foods that quicken disease. Okay, so just 2.5 years ago, I shifted to another career. I closed my school, which was called Creative Space. Dahon Kusina was the name of our kitchen. That's how it came to be. It's our living foods kitchen. We served vegetarian meals to the kids, and during the last 2 years, we would serve raw food meals to the children every single day, from breakfast all the way to lunch, and also their snacks. And so that's how it came about. It's a very long story, but I'll try to give you as much as I can. I only have 2 hours. I want to share so many things, but I have to fit it in. If you have any questions after this, you can approach me in my booth. Okay, Leaf Kitchen naman is, well, it's the English version of Dahon Kusina. It's my store. And everything that I use in my kitchen is displayed in my Leaf Kitchen store, in my space in Pasig. So I'll tell you more about that later, no, at the end of this lecture and demo. So what's going to happen? In the first part, I'm going to give a very a brief lecture about the benefits of raw food. I'm sure a lot of you would want to know about that. And then afterwards, for the next half of my presentation, I'm going to give a raw food demo. Usually I give raw food workshops, and I really like people, working with the vegetables themselves, but since this is just a demo, you'll be able to see different kinds of local and organic fruits and vegetables being turned into something flavorful and something really delicious that you can integrate in your everyday life. Okay, so why did I become convinced that raw food is good for me? I'm going to speak a lot for myself because I can't speak for a lot of people, although I have witnessed miracles with people who have integrated raw fruits and vegetables in their diet. No? But I'd like to speak from myself, from my own experience, because I have really felt the benefits of this kind of lifestyle. Okay, so ever since, even before I had gone on a raw, what they call the raw food or the live foods diet, I've always been into organic food, into anything that has to do with health. So even like everything from what we used to clean our home, from what shampoo I use, everything around me or what I surround myself with should be, what would help my body become as clean as possible. Okay, so next slide, please. I would like to show you a picture of myself many years ago until, this is me at present, okay? I'm sure a lot of you will not believe that this was the old me. This was when I was 24 years old. So some people, my staff were looking at my pictures and they were saying, bakit ganun parang bumabaliktad yung age? You know, parang why is it that you look more young now than more than 10 years ago? So this is when I haven't what's this? I haven't shifted to a vegetarian diet yet. I was a junkie. I like calling myself a junkie because I never really ate fruits and vegetables. I loved all kinds of junk food. I love oily food, all kinds, all the different kinds of fast foods. And if you look at me, like I used to have a lot of acne. My face was covered with red rashes, even my back, my whole body. And apart from the physical manifestations of such an unhealthy diet, I didn't feel good about myself. I always felt depressed. I always felt low. I had a low energy. I was very sickly. And I wasn't really super skinny, but I had some weight on me, no? So you can see that my face was very oily. It had a lot of pimples, and I looked depressed. And then, around 2003, I shifted to a vegetarian diet. Somebody's laughing. I can't believe it. I went to this naturopathic doctor and I told her, can you clean me up? Can you, also happens to be a nutritionist. And so I told her, can you teach me how to be healthy, how to not feel sick, this kind of sick anymore? And so for many years, I trained under her. I even wanted to be a doctor for a while because I became so passionate about whole foods. And so I shifted from a super junky diet, super fast food diet, to in the beginning, I didn't know how to cook it. So I was eating only steamed vegetables, steamed cabbage mostly, and brown rice, or basta unpolished rice, and steamed fish. Every single day for many weeks, I was just eating that, and I didn't care. I just wanted to be healthy, so I don't care if my food has flavor. I just wanted to eat what was healthy. And any food that I encounter that has the tag healthy, I would quickly jump into that bandwagon. Okay, healthy, and I'm gonna eat it. Ampalaya, whatever it takes. And so I looked much healthier. This was when I was 32 years old. And then, I discovered that, parang there's so many different ways that I can eat without parang feeling deprived. So I ate a lot of mga sweets again. Kasi for a time, I didn't eat anything with sugar. Anything with dairy, basta no sugar. For many years, I didn't even taste ice cream or anything that is sweet. I really stuck to my diet. And after a while, parang I began to feel heavy again. So I go, I'm on a vegetarian diet anymore. How come that I didn't feel as unhealthy as before, but I still felt something that wasn't quite right, and I couldn't describe what it was. Until 2 years ago, my brother, who lived in an island for 1.5 years, feeding himself with only coconuts and bananas, introduced us to this so-called raw food diet. And I said, okay, I'll try it. Why don't I just eat, vegetables, and then I'll wean myself out from fish, and let's see what happens. And so I started eating less fish, and then because I was a pesca vegetarian, I was eating fish with plants. And then I said, what will happen if I don't eat rice? Again, let's find out. And then after just a few months, actually not even months, after a few weeks, I began to feel something different, something inside me that's being awakened. And I think this is what they call life forces, which is what they usually mention when they talk about raw food. And well, so much has happened between that time, 2.5 years ago, until now. And this is me now. And I'm very happy. I look very happy. In fact, I'm very happy about the choices that I'm making. When people ask me, or for example, when people eat around me and they're eating fish, they're eating meat, they become embarrassed and they say, sorry, this is my food. And I'm like, you know what? Raw food is not about excluding any kind of diet. That's the point that I want to make at the start of the workshop. It is more than just a diet. It is a choice, and at the same time, it is something that can be easily integrated into any kind of diet. So you can be an omnivore, you can eat meat, you can eat rice, you can eat anything you want. But the thing is that if you integrate some raw food in your diet, even 10%, it can already do wonders for you. So I respect each and every diet that you have. you eat pork, you eat beef, it doesn't matter to me. What it matters to me is that we are on this we are all on this road together towards optimal health. Because raw food, more than just a diet, it is a tool for optimal health. Because I hear doctors now, I hear a lot of people telling me miracle stories. I was just talking to somebody from the audience, Miss Amy. She was telling me that she's an 18-year cancer survivor. She healed herself by drinking just raw fruit juices and vegetables. So a lot of people are coming out of their shells and sharing and sharing. In fact, this whole community is all about being healthy, being fit, being healthy in so many different ways. Okay, so next slide, please. So yes, the raw food diet is a youthening kind of diet. You know, it makes you look much younger than your years. My mother in the audience, Mom, raise your hand. She's 64 years old, and she doesn't look half her age. They all say that we look like sisters. Okay, so during the time when I was trying to find myself in the process of being healthy, I found that nature is still the best physician. Hippocrates is very famous for being the father of the father of natural foods, father of naturopathic medicine and anything that is fresh and natural. So I really looked at nature and you know what? My doctor, Dr. Christine Gonzalez, ND, she always tells me that, you know, whatever if you're suffering from something, from any kind of condition or illness, the herbs and the vegetables or the fruits or whatnot that you need can be found in the land where you were born, because that is in your DNA. So yes, why not? I mean, I'm a vegan, but you know, we're rice people. We're not wheat people. You eat a lot of wheat, you get a lot of allergies, but you eat rice, nothing happens to you. You still feel okay. That's why I eat rice. I'm not completely 100% raw food vegan. For a time, yes, I was 100% for more than a year or maybe even 2 years. But now I eat cooked food. I eat warm soups at night. It's mostly plant-based, but if there's fish, I can eat fish as long as it's organic, as long as it's healthy. So anything that it takes for me not to be also imbalanced is important to me. And 100% raw food can also be very imbalancing because we need a balance of all the different things around us. Next, please. Next. Okay, I was talking to this famous Filipino singer called Joey Ayala. I'm sure you know him. He's an acquaintance of mine. And I served him some raw food in his house because he was interested. And he said something interesting. You know, there is raw in araw, and there is hilaw in ilaw. And that made me really think, diba? Some of you are smiling. It's like, it's so common sense. Raw food and light energy cannot be separated. They're always joined together. Kahit Tagalogin mo, Englishin mo, it's still the same. And it's true, that's the very basic knowledge that we need to know about raw food. Raw food, for me, is concentrated sun energy. Particularly the leafy greens, no, that contain a lot of chlorophyll. And we all know that chlorophyll it's the green food coloring, it's the green blood of leaves that make it possible for the plant to absorb sunlight, to convert energy for it to make food. And who eats that? Animals. When we eat animals, we're actually benefiting from the sunlight energy that they get from the raw fruits and vegetables that they eat. So a lot of us, the whole planet benefits from this light energy, no? And one good thing is that we can really absorb this through the food that we eat. Everything in our nature was created for that purpose, for that benefit, for giving us humans that benefit of being healthy through all the God-given abundance, no, around us. Okay, so tandaan niyo yun, araw and hilaw. Next slide, please. So there's a lot of talk now about being healthy. One of the diets that's becoming more popular now is what they call nga raw food, no? Yun yung tawag nila kasi daw hilaw. Although it kind of turns off some people kasi pag sinabing raw, they say, oh, so you eat raw meat. Yung parang hindi nila naiintindihan, ano ba yung raw? Kasi it's strange. It's strange for a lot of people. So Tagalogin natin, pagkaing hilaw, pagkaing hindi niluluto. So there are different names for this. You can call it living foods, whole foods, some people call it inner food, antioxidant food. It's fresh and unprocessed. Some people call it soul food. All of us will agree that it's very cleansing for our system. And of course, organic, no? The more organic, the better. Next. Next. Yeah, so previous slide, please. Okay, so what is raw food all about? No? So since we only have a 2-hour lecture, I really want to simplify everything and use very simple words that everyone can connect at different levels, because I know a lot of you speak different languages. So these are some words that we can use when we say raw food, no? Raw food, pagkaing hilaw. So raw food is uncooked, no? But we can heat the food. As long as it's below 115 degrees, it's considered raw. It's considered, what that means is that the enzymes in the food are still active below 115 degrees. A lot of scientists agree on this temperature. It's plant-based, it's vegan, it's nutrient-dense, pure, it's alkaline, high fiber, it's highly enzymatic. We'll be talking more about enzymes in a while. It's as much as possible, it's freshly prepared. So we're doing a lot of the chopping here right before the workshop, because as soon as you open up the vegetable or the fruit, the enzymes start becoming less active. Of course, it's purifying and detoxifying to the body. Next. Next. And for a lot of raw foodists, they stay away from dairy, from refined sugar. Yeah, it's toxin-free, it's free from eggs, gluten, it's low glycemic. That means it doesn't wreak havoc in your blood sugar levels. It's free of preservatives, additives, coloring, anything that is not natural in nature. Well, it's guilt-free, because you're eating something healthy, even if you say it's a raw cake. I'll tell you more about that later. It's cholesterol-free. A lot of people agree that plants don't have any cholesterol. Yon. So, as I was saying a while ago, going back to the inclusion of all other diets, people can be on a raw food diet and still eat eggs. It's fine. No problem with that. As long as they eat some percentage of raw, then it will already do a lot of them. But a lot of people who call themselves raw foodists practice this kind of diet. Next. And it's composed of leafy greens, a lot of leafy greens, vegetables, different kinds, superfoods, what they call superfoods. Mushrooms can also be added. Fruits, the different kinds of fruits, herbs and spices, a lot of fresh fruit and vegetable juices, super concentrated in minerals and enzymes. Even flowers. I love eating yung flower, the flower of the kalabasa plant raw. Yan. And then sprouted grains, nuts and seeds. So all nuts and seeds and grains need to be soaked. Why? Because they contain toxins in them that prevent them from getting eaten by insects in the wild. And so that's how they protect themselves. So even rice, before cooking it, it's good to soak it for at least 30 minutes just to remove all these toxins, especially anything that is unpolished. Next. Okay, just to show you a few examples, ano ba yung raw food? What does it look like? So here are some pictures of the kind of food that we make at Dahon Kusina, and which you can also eat in my soon-to-open restaurant. So I call this energy breakfast because this is what my mom and I typically eat during breakfast on days when I feel very industrious in making a beautiful meal. Okay, so as you can see, it's really mostly composed of fruits, just prepared in a creative way. You don't have to be a raw food chef like me to be able to make food like this. You put your good energy in the food, that's already good enough to eat. So more than just eating, okay, organic fruits, vegetables, it's also important to put your own good energy in it so that when you take it, it's more healing to your body. Next. Okay, I call this slide the Great Salad Experience because this is how I like preparing my salads. The earth's beauty is reflected in the food in front of us before we eat, and for me, it's my prayer. It's my gratitude for Mother Earth for giving me all this abundance. So I often make my food as beautiful as possible. So when you say salad, people say, "So ano kinakain mo? Salad lang." I'm like, sometimes it takes so much time to explain because for me, I'd like to call what I eat just salads. But they're more than just salads. They're a mixture and a combination of so many different things that I just mentioned a while ago. Yung mga leafy greens, mushrooms, yung mga sprouted nuts and seeds. So you can actually create, for example, if you're not eating cheese and you want to create a cheesy flavor, there's a way. So I'm going to let you know later some ingredients, and if you have questions, what can I substitute for this and that if I want to go vegan, for example. Next. Okay, the raw food feast. So more meals. So let's see. This is a lasagna. It's a vegetable lasagna that uses zucchini as sheets, and then the tomato sauce, the bechamel sauce, quote unquote, and the meat, which is made of mushrooms, are all uncooked. They're all considered raw, and all the ingredients are all organic, all natural, unprocessed. Okay, so you can see that raw food takes a lot of creativity. You can even just have a simple salad that's tossed. Doesn't have to be that way. But you can see, I'm showing you these slides so you can see the possibilities. There's so many possibilities. It's not just about eating salads. Okay, next. Okay, more meals. So I'm sure, siguro naman you recognize a lot of different vegetables that you eat yourself, no? Pero you can see, diba, ang daming possibilities in serving beautiful meals kasi people are attracted by color, especially kids, no? They're attracted by color and they're attracted by presentation. So when you tell your kid, for example, oh, you gotta eat this because it's healthy, it's not really gonna make sense to them if it's not presented to them in an attractive way and in a colorful way. So this is what we do for the kids in our school before. Next. So, sabihin niyo, paano naman mga favorite Pinoy dishes ko? Paano kung gusto kong maging vegan, but I still like adobo, I still like this and that? It's possible. So I gave a workshop many years ago, not naman many years, but I think 2 years ago, I gave a workshop called Raw Food, the Raw Food Pinoy Diet. So what I did was I transposed or I translated yung mga common na mga kinakain ng mga Pinoy, yung mga pakbet, yung mga adobo, yung mga ganon, using only all raw ingredients. Even tapsilog, ginawa ko siyang raw. So these are just a few examples. This is parang leche flan na raw, yung walang eggs, yung parang ano lang, using the ingredients that are part of our diet. This is parang champorado na nagawa sa sa quinoa, and then this is lugaw. Lahat yan hindi luto. That's pansit. Ang ang noodles namin is kalabasa, no? Next. Okay, and then when you're in a raw food diet, or if you're integrating more raw food, you don't have to deprive yourself of mga sweets. Yung mga, I'm sure a lot of people are into that. No, ako, I can live without sweets, but a lot of people can't yet. They still need a transition, no? And tayo mga gusto na talaga matatamis. So parang there is a way. These are raw cookies. Ano yun? What are raw cookies? So, ano yung mga flours na ginagamit namin? So, I use sprouted nuts and seeds. So what I do is, for example, pili nuts or sesame seeds or sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. Ang ginagawa ko is I soak them because they need to be soaked, and then we dry them in a machine called a dehydrator for overnight for at least 12 hours, and then we process them into flour using only this blender. It's a high-speed blender. So we create our own flour. So parang we're also like a little factory, and we make everything from scratch. I need cheese, I make my own cheese using pili nuts, for example. This is a raw crepe, diba? Crepe. So this is, the wrap of the crepe is only made from papaya. Oh, that's it. Papaya and a little bit of salt, siguro. No sweetener. It's sweet because it's made from papaya. And then how did I color it? Well, for pink, I used beet. And then for green, I used spirulina. And then for yellow, I used turmeric. Diba? So, yun, balls. These are banana rolls. This is what I call raw ginatan. Fresh coconut milk mixed with bananas only. Raw saba. Next. Next. Even chocolates can be raw. What do you use? Raw cacao butter, raw cacao paste, raw cacao powder, raw. Everything is still raw, no? It's a lot. I know it's a lot, and it can be overwhelming at times. But again, I want to show you possibilities, no? So nothing is really heated above 115 degrees. It's all handmade, and yes, it tastes. For me, it tastes better than real chocolates. I mean, what they sell out there. Next. And what's good about those chocolates is that it's not as imbalancing. As long as you just eat in moderation, you can actually feel the antioxidants in the raw cacao by eating 1 or 2 pieces in one sitting. At least you're able to satisfy yourself. And you can make cakes, you can make puddings, you can even make ice cream. Even the cone is raw. It's made from pineapple, pure pineapple with some bananas, and some flax meal to bind them all. And the ice cream is all raw. So yeah, so many different possibilities. Some people order cakes from me. If they have a birthday and they're vegan, they say, can you make a raw birthday cake for me? And for a lot of people, I'm sure it will taste a little bit different. For me, it's delicious for as well as with other people. But for starters, siguro it will taste a little bit different, but it doesn't taste bad. There's just siguro I'd say a hint of coconut oil, because later you will see that coconuts are the highlight of my raw food chef practice. I wouldn't say the same for other chefs. They use different things. A lot use also coconuts, but for me, coconuts is like the best source of nutrition. And I use that in everything from my breakfast all the way to my desserts. Next. And this is my other company. It's called Leaf Kitchen. And aside from selling the raw ingredients, we also sell mga prepared dehydrated products. I have a booth here on the side. It's number 54 if you want to check it out later. So this is just for people who still want to eat mga cookies but they want to go vegan, no? Parang these are all loaded with what you call superfoods. If you're familiar with superfoods like spirulina, mga hemp, mga ganon. I won't go so much into that. If you want, you can ask me later in my booth what they are. But just to let you know that we sell everything from crackers to biscuits to cookies to pancakes. And it's all raw. It's all done using a dehydrator, okay, which preserves the enzymes of the food. Okay, next. So this is, a lot of people ask me, paano yun? Wala kayong oven? So they cannot imagine. So okay, here's a picture of what you call a dehydrator. It's a big investment for somebody, no? It's just like buying, an oven, but maybe twice as much or 3 times as much. It's absolutely not necessarily for a raw food diet. It's just for somebody who really wants to embark on this journey, no? So I have this at home, and this is how we dry our produce. You can dry fresh fruits and vegetables, mga dried mangoes raw, still keep the enzymes. Whatever produce you can dry. For example, you're traveling and you need snacks and you can't have fresh all the time. So this is a good way of eating dried food while at the same time preserving the enzymes. Next. Okay, so we're on to the next phase of our lecture, which is, for me, a self-inquiry. No? For me, it's good to go back to ourselves and ask ourselves, why do I eat? Because that is the heart of your diet. That is your purpose for eating whatever you are eating right now. I mean, in your life right now, no? So it's always important to make a self-inquiry. Why? And then also, what do I want to achieve in my life? Why am I here? What is my purpose in my life? Why am I eating healthy food? Is it because I want to enjoy my life more? I want to add more years to my life. I want to see my children grow up. So a lot of people want to, of course, to lengthen their life. And so how am I going to do that? So all these questions, no, and what tools do I need to be able to achieve my goals in life? Because health is not the means, it's not the be-all and end-all of our lives. It's just really a tool for us to help, to help more people around us, and to make this planet a better place to live in, to heal our planet. And what good way to do that than to consume a lot of fruits and vegetables. We make our planet more green just by doing that. And we encourage farmers to grow more food, which can feed even those who are poor. In fact, they can just survive on vegetables and they'll be healthy. I don't even know why they call the Philippines a poor nation, because for me, I've been to many other Asian countries, and I'm just so, every time I come home, I'm just so amazed at the produce that we have. A lot of some Asian countries have their own produce as well, and it's rich. But the Philippines is such, I find that our land is just so fertile for growing, and for growing all these different kinds of produce. We're so creative, and a lot of you are nodding, and this is such a perfect community for that, no? Para encouraging all these farmers to grow more. And not just farmers, but a lot of people are getting interested into farming